Hello, good morning students. I am Savita, lecturer, Government GRICP, Bangalore. So in this session, that is Unit 4, Session 1 is the class today. In this particular session, I am going to cover stroke S and Z. That is, you are going to learn the circumstances where you don't use circle S but you have to use stroke S and Z. So this session is about the use of stroke S and Z. So what is the learning objective of this particular session? So under this session, you will be able to understand the rules for using stroke S and Z, the circumstances and the rules where you use stroke S and Z is taught, you learn, and to identify the cases where small circle S cannot be used. So these two rules you'll be learning in this particular chapter. So, the rule 1 under stroke S and Z. The stroke S is used initially when S stands alone and there is no other stroke attached after S. So, there are so many words in English shorthand where the consonant S only appears in that particular word and there is no other consonant attached to that particular word. Take for example the word say. So when you have look at this particular word, you see that the stroke yes is the only consonant in this particular word. So under such circumstances, instead of using the circle, you have to use the consonant yes, that is the stroke yes. Another example, saw. Look at the word saw consists of consonant yes and a vowel. So you have to use stroke S. The third example you can see is the word see. The word see consists of stroke yes and a vowel. So you have to use stroke yes instead of circle yes. So the rule says when the particular word has only stroke S, then you have to use the stroke yes instead of circle S. The rule 2. When S is preceded by a vowel, full stroke form of S or Z is written. So what do you mean by that? Whenever you have a preceding vowel, you need a consonant to show that particular vowel. The vowel may be first place, second place or third place. To show that particular vowel, you require a stroke. So whenever a word starts with yes and it has a preceding vowel to a S, then instead of using circle S, you are supposed to use stroke S. Take the example of easy. Look at the word easy. So the word easy consists of a preceding vowel E. And then you have got Z. And then you have got another following vowel. So when there is a preceding vowel, you have to use stroke yes. You see another example, ask. So the word consists of a preceding vowel. So you have to write the full stroke yes instead of circle S. Look at the third example, escape. So when you look at the word escape, you have a preceding vowel there. So instead of using the circle S, you have to write the full stroke which consists of a stroke yes and then the remaining consonant. So whenever there is a preceding vowel before yes, you have to write the full stroke yes. Then the next rule. When initial S is followed by a triphone, then full stroke form of S or Z is written. So what do you mean by that? When there is a triphone which immediately follows initial S. What do you mean by initial S? The word starts with the sound of yes, with the sound of S. Then remember that whenever there is an initial S, immediately if a triphone appears, then you have to write the stroke S instead of circle S. Look at the example. Siamese, or you can say science. Look at the first example, science. So the word consists of initial S. It consists of an initial S. As soon as initial S, there is a triphone. Science, science. So you have to write the full form of stroke S instead of circle S. Science consists of stroke S, a triphone, then you have N and circle S. So you have to write stroke S when there is a triphone after S. Look at the second example. Siamese. So Siamese, yes, triphone, and M circle S. So this is such examples where there is an initial S followed by a triphone, then you have to use the stroke S. The fourth rule. When S is the last consonant of the word and has a following vowel, then full stroke form of S is to be written. So what do you mean by this rule? For example, if you have a word, if you listen a word and the last sound of that particular word is yes, and that yes has a following vowel, then you have to write full form of yes at the end. So if you see example here, policy, policy. So this particular word consists of P, L and then stroke S and the following vowel. Policy, S and E will be the last vowel. So you have to write the full outline. Imagine if you have a word police, police, because after yes there is no vowel after at the end. So there you use P and L circle S. But here you have policy. So after S there is a third place vowel. To show that vowel, we have to have the full stroke. Policy. Look at the second word, rosy. Rosy. So rose, rose will have a final circle S, but rosy will have a stroke S at the end. Final S, if has a final oval, then you have a final oval following vowel, then you have to write stroke S. Look at the third example, lazy. So lazy, after Z there is a third place oval. To show that oval, you have to write the full outline. So rosy, lazy, policy. So all these three words of example, you see it has a following vowel. So when there is a following vowel, you have to show a place where you have to place the vowel. So that is the reason why you have to write the stroke S. So what is the learning outcome of this particular unit? When you under this session, you will be able to understand where you have to write the stroke S instead of circle S. This is under first session of this particular unit. So in the next session, you have continuation of the rules where you have to write stroke S instead of circle S. So here you have got books of reference, what type of books you have to study, then where you will get all the materials can be seen in this particular slide. You can take a note of it and then you can follow. You can buy, you can purchase and make use of these materials. Thank you.